Hi gorgeous, it's Ker-leen. Thank you so much for tuning back into my channel. Today I will be comparing two amazing inspired fragrances. I will be comparing Lattafa Ansaam Gold as well as Gulf Orchid's Fakhama. We'll be talking all about what makes these fragrances similar and what makes them different, and I'll also be comparing them to the original creations that they're inspired by, Oriana by Parfum as well as Love Don't Be Shy by Killian. So if that sounds like something you be interested in, then please keep watching. Hey friend, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me for another one. I'm really excited to bring you this really quick video. And before we jump in, I want to say welcome to everyone who is new here on this channel. I talk luxury, I do review videos, I share my fragrance journey, and I also sprinkle in a little bit of lifestyle. So if any of those things sound good to you, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and also be sure to turn on that notification bell so you know exactly when my videos drop. All right, let's get into it. The first fragrance we're talking about today is Fakhama by Maison Asrar, a Gulf Orchid line of fragrances. This is a new one to my collection. I have not had this for very long, but I absolutely love this fragrance. The second one we're talking about today is very new to my collection. In fact, I only picked it up to do this video per the request of my subscribers. This is Lattafa Ansaam Gold. So I will be talking all about these two fragrances in this video and comparing them to each other as well as to the fragrances they're inspired by. I went to my local Dillard's and they were able to give me samples for both of the fragrances, Love Don't Be Shy as well as Oriana. So I do have the samples to share as much as I can with these small samples and with you all today. This first sample is Love Don't Be Shy. The second sample is Oriana. So one of the first things the salesperson told me was she felt like Oriana and Love Don't Be Shy smell almost exactly alike. So I wanted to smell them on their own individually before we jump into the dupe fragrances. So on the tester card, Oriana is a little bit more fruity, a little softer. I feel like the florals in here are a little softer, and this is brighter and a lot more feminine to my nose than Love Don't Be Shy, although they're both feminine fragrances. This one is just a little bit more playful, fruity, soft, whereas Love Don't Be Shy comes in strong. It's a very sharp neroli, and then it's surrounded by like a cloud of marshmallow. So I am picking up like a green tinged white floral with that marshmallow. Those notes kind of meet my nose right away. Ooh, it's getting sweet and fluffy as it dries down. Definitely a stronger marshmallow note in this fragrance to my nose. So what I'm getting from Oriana is a fruity floral with a subtle, very subtle hint of greenness, and the marshmallows are a lot more subdued than in Love Don't Be Shy. Love Don't Be Shy just slapped me in the face with the marshmallows and that neroli. I got those straight away, and the notes were more distinctive in Love Don't Be Shy than Oriana. In Oriana, I feel like the notes are a little bit better blended so that it's kind of hard to tell what's what. To my nose, there's a fruit, there's a floral, and there's a very soft marshmallow note. I put those two tester cards off to the side, and I'll now be comparing Fakhama to Love Don't Be Shy because I feel like that's the one it smells the closest to. I'll also take a sniff of the Oriana tester card and compare it to this too just to see, but I feel like this one is definitely a dupe for Love Don't Be Shy. So let's see. This one is definitely a dupe for Love Don't Be Shy. It's a little less green, a lot more syrupy sweet, and the marshmallow is there. It's very strong, but it's not coming across as powdery and like light as the marshmallow note in the original fragrance. So the greenness is not there. The marshmallow is a lot less powdery in this one. And also this one is missing that DNA that Killian fragrances share. I own a Killian fragrance, and the DNA in that fragrance I definitely pick up in my sample of Love Don't Be Shy. The fragrances all share a very similar DNA. One of my subbies was actually telling me about that. some time ago, she was telling me how the reason why it kind of smells familiar to other fragrances in the line is because of the DNA. They do have like this similarity across fragrances. And I feel like that, of course, is missing from the dupe because that information is proprietary. So that unique makeup of the Killian fragrances is not in Fakhama, but Fakhama does have the sweetness, the marshmallow. Fakhama is a little bit more syrupy sweet. So it's definitely a dupe. I also pick up the white florals in here, but they're not as sharp, nowhere near as sharp as the white florals in Love Don't Be Shy. So if you are not a fan of really sharp white florals, if you perhaps do not enjoy neroli or a very sharp neroli, then this dupe may not bother you because the white florals are very subdued. The marshmallow note in here is not super duper powdery like in Love Don't Be Shy. This and Love Don't Be Shy do share a syrupy sweetness, but it is missing that je ne sais quoi that is in the Killian fragrances. There's this sweet, powdery, woody undertone to a lot of their fragrances. I feel like when you smell a Killian fragrance, you know that it's Killian because of that unique DNA, and it's not in this one. So I've got both tester strips in my hands now, and yeah, there's definitely like a sharper white floral, a powdery, lighter, kind of like softer feeling marshmallow in Love Don't Be Shy. And Fakhama is missing the greenness in the white florals. They're more subdued in this one. And Fakhama's marshmallow is a little bit more richer and sweeter, not quite as powdery. And that Killian DNA is just there. I have another fragrance that is from them that I sprayed recently, and I feel like I'm smelling that fragrance as well when I smell this tester card. And when I smell Fakhama and compared to Oriana, it smells the least like Oriana. I do not think it's a dupe for Oriana. Although it shares a lot of the same characteristics, I just feel like I'm not getting quite as much of a fresh, subtly green, fruity essence in Fakhama, whereas in Oriana, it's very bright and fresh. It almost feels a little juicy, but there's still that marshmallow, there's still that powdery feel. There's a little syrupy sweetness, but nothing quite as syrupy sweet as Fakhama. So I do not think Fakhama is a dupe for Oriana. I think it's more of a dupe for Love Don't Be Shy. So right away, Ansaam Gold reminds me of Oriana. I'm getting a lot more greenness from this at first blast, so let's give it a little bit to dry down. I just picked up Love Don't Be Shy's tester card, and now that I'm smelling them next to each other, it's definitely leaning more towards Oriana, but it might be a little bit of a hybrid between the two fragrances because I'm getting a sharp white floral when I first spray it out, and I'm also getting a hint of greenness, like a freshly cut white floral. Now the fruitiness is coming in. So again, I feel like this is a strong dupe for Oriana, but it has a lot of similarities to Love Don't Be Shy. So this one has that sharp, like white floral with a hint of greenness that is in Love Don't Be Shy. This one also feels very bright and uplifting, kind of powdery. But it has the fruitiness of Oriana. And I'm going to quickly spray Oriana on my hand. Okay, friends, so I'm back with an amendment of what I said initially about Ansaam Gold. Ansaam Gold is not squarely a dupe for Oriana. In my opinion, it's more of a mashup of Oriana and Love Don't Be Shy. It's not as syrupy sweet as Love Don't Be Shy, but it does share that white floral and that hint of greenness, that soft powderiness. It's all in here. But then this also has that fruity component that's in Oriana. On paper, it smells very similar, but on skin, it smells a little bit different than Oriana. Yeah, so it has those similarities, but I feel like Oriana is a lot more subdued. This one is definitely projecting. I can tell this is a high performing fragrance because it projects loudly. It does share a lot of the components of Oriana. This one opens up with pear, but it does have like that fruity freshness that's in Oriana. It has that soft marshmallow, but it also shares a lot of the similarities of Love Don't Be Shy, namely the neroli note that is in Love Don't Be Shy. I feel like my nose is picking that up, as well as a hint of greenness, like a freshly cut flower. So yeah, quite interesting. So for my final thoughts, first of all, thanks for obliging me and exploring these two fragrances with me. So my final thoughts are that Ensemble Gold is like a mashup of Love Don't Be Shy and Oriana. I feel like they capture a lot of the aspects of both fragrances in this bottle. Whereas Fakhama is purely a dupe for Love Don't Be Shy to my nose at the moment. I don't feel like this smells like Oriana whatsoever. All right, friend, we've come to the end of the video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and talking fragrance today. If this video was helpful to you, don't forget to give it a like on your way out. And if you enjoy fragrance content, I make a lot of it on this channel, so be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications so you never miss another video. Before I go today, I wanted to encourage you not to let anything or anyone disqualify you. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. When God made you, He put a unique set of gifts and talents inside of you, and that makes you absolutely capable of fulfilling whatever it is that He's put on your heart to accomplish. So don't get distracted. As we move into this new year, become the most focused version of yourself that you've ever been. And you'll be amazed at the blessings that are going to come your way and how God is going to move in your life. I will be over here doing the exact same thing. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one very soon. Bye.